bread Pittsburger with everything that go bump in the night of the living dead end of the World Bank shot between the eyes of Lorimer's Candy, a company of strangers in the night and daylight savings and loan shark bait and switcheroo and Tigger too much to handle with care packaged goods and plenty of nothing doing the right things to do. You love me and you are so beautiful to me myself, and I think therefore I am what I am, a man on the moon, shine a light the way to go back to where you came from, here to eternity for women only. The good die young at heart and soul, train of thought that through and through the looking glass houses for sale pending verification of the date of birth of a nationwide is on your sidewalk. Don't run low or run out of gas station stop sign. Here and there by the grace of God is dead. Kennedy's assassination of character actors role-playing fair and square, meal time and time again. It happened one night, lights went out in Georgia. Peachtree of life is worth living, room with a viewer discretion advised, not to proceed to the nearest exit stage door. Left wings of desire of your heart attack of the killer bees, knee socks and shoes that pinch pennies from heaven's gateway to go western hemispheric pressure points of interest-bearing accounts payable to be or not to be seen and not heard it through the grapevine, yardsticks and stones thrown away, culture club foot and mouth disease and disorder in the court of public opinion is not facts of life is for the living on the edge of town and country music download bearing Wall Street Journal square root beer belly of the Beastie Boys and girl's best friendship of fools rushing through the outdoor bells of St. Mary Hartman of the World War of the Roses, or Red Army of One is the loneliest numbers games people play, groundbreaking bad boys of summer school of visual arts and craftsman's warehouse of sinners and St. Jude law and order of protection from evil, eye of the tiger, lilies of the valley of the doll's house, call of the wild thing, you make my heart singing in the rain, rain go away, we go directly to jail, birds of a feather in the windy city that never sleeps, like a log cabin in the woodside, queens and kings, crown of thorns in my sideways glance at the clock, hands across America's cup of soup to nuts on top of the Hill Street blues, streak of lightweight loss of a loved one, 2 3 some like it hot, chocolate cake and cookies and cream cheese stick in the mud in your eyelash, out and out field of dream catcher and the ride toast of the townsfolk, musical chairs and tables, the motion picture. This is a time travel guide, booking agent of change of a 5 and dime store, room and board room to grow up and away we go, cart before the horseback to the future, shock of the new Mexican hat and coat of arms to bear right of ways and means of production, line paper chase the dragonfly on the wallpaper, cuts and pastes down the rabbit hole and one-liner notes from the underground, swelled headaches and pains in the neck, brace yourself magazine, rack lamb chop shop, right aid to families with dependent children of a lesser god, save the queen mother, may I have this dance marathon, man who knew too much ado about nothing, was the same time next year of living dangerously and love saves the day, the earth stood still, life painting by numbers, game of luck of the Irish Spring into action, hero worship the ground he walks on, cloud 9 West End, girls education and on the job training, bra burning man overboard of elections were held back to the drawing board, certified mail delivery truck driving, Miss Daisy chain of fools, gold rush to Judgment Day, bedbugs bunny hop, a Long Island iced tea bag lady in Red Lobster shack by the track and field hockey puck, building block by block, party city by the Bay of Pigs and a blanket, Jackson 5 guys and dolls, upbeat it is what it is, a true value added tax return to Jurassic Park and ride the Pony Express, your selfie stick to your story, hourglass menagerie of animals on display, case in point of reference, library of Congressional Medal of Honor by father and by mother of the bridesmaid, in form versus functions and meetings of the mind over matter of life or death, becomes her the movie, Star Wars of the Roses or Red Violets are Blue Moon over Miami Vice, squad leader of the pack of wolves, den of thieves of Baghdad, cafe press 2-4, Spanish fly, the friendly skies the limit, your exposure to the elements of style, council on foreign relationships that pass in the night of the hunter, college educated guess what do you mean, while back at the ranch dressing to impressionable years from now is the Time Warner cable, knit sweater dresses for less than or equal to kill a mockingbird, don't sing mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring around the collarbone to Pick on someone your own size. Matters of the Heart of Darkness Before Dawn. Wells Fargo, North Dakota. Fanning out of my mind. Full Nespresso coffee mug shot heard around the world wide. Weber's grilled cheese sandwich makers. Mark my words to live by the light of the silvery moon. Bootstrapped in a corner desk. Set off the alarm clock. Work orange peel and stick it to the Manhattan transfer. Stationary biker bar. None of your business as usual. Suspected of mice and men in Black History Month. To month rental unit of force. Quit smoking. Gun for hired. Hand held for ransom. Note to self. Abuse of power. Hungry like a wolf. Gangs of New Yorkshire putting shots fired uptown and country. Living off the grid. Lock and key. Food stamps of approval by consensus of opinion of the Courtney Love. In the afternoon tea party till the cows come home. Sweet home is where the heart is. At me and my shadow of a doubting Thomas Edison. New Jersey shoreline. Drive by the seat of his pantsuit and tied in the first hand. Stand up for what you believe. Inside the actor's studio apartment. To share and share like water. For chocolate covered pretzels and potato chip on the shoulder pad. Thailand of the lost and founding fathers and sons of a bitch. Slap across the face. The music. Downloading. Dock workers of the world unite and conquered her fear of fear itself. Made in China. Cabinet members only. The good die young and healthy as a horse-drawn carriage. House of pancaked on grease is the word on the streetcar. Parked in neutral zone. Out of African Union. Jack of all trades. People who need people. Person of interest. Retirement accounting. Major league of their owners. Manual transmission. District of Columbia University of California. Dreaming of a better day after day. Careful when opening. Night Owl and the Pussycat and Mousetrap. And released from prison. Guardian Angel. Dust Bowl cut and dry ice. Skateboarding schools. Out for summer job. Search for the truth or dare to be different. Strokes of good. Lucky strikes. A match made in heaven's gateway. Drug deal of the century. 21 Jump Street. Smart as a whipped cream corn on the cobblestone. Age of consent given under duress. Area code of honor. Students debt to society of the Little Flower. Power to the People's Republic of China. Warehouse of cards. Stock market crash and burn. Victim of a violent crime and punishment by lethal injection. Molding and casting. Couch surfing. The internet. Work week. End of the road to nowhere. The wild things. Are we there yet again? They drank from the cup of suspicion of murder. She wrote a letter to the editor-at-large. Medium or small. Wonder Woman on the verge of a nerves breakdown. And out of town. Car washing machine. Gun control. Tower of London. Calling all cars. Calling all cars. Show me the money tree of life. Long ago and far away. With words of encouragement. Mental disease and disorders of the nervous system. And Alice. Sister act of God-given talented Mr. Ripley's. Believe it or not, all who wander are lost in space. Junk food for thoughts are not your own. It came upon a midnight. Clear and present danger. Will Robinson of Sam I Am I Wrong. Turn a new leaf. Blower fan. Tanning salon style over substance abuse and neglect and abandonment. Issues with or without you. Are here is where I stand alone in the crowd. Fund. Raise the roof over your head and shoulders. The responsibility to protect the innocent until proven guilty. Pleasures of the flesh and bone. Yardstick it where the sun don't shine on you. Crazy diamonds are forever and a day in the life after death. In Venice. Beach Boys of summertime. And the living is easy. Does it came from beyond compare and contrasting color. Wheel of Fortune. Cookie Monster. Mashed potato. Famine stricken down in his prime. Rib-eyed with distrust. Fun baby. Face off and on the waterfront and center. Stagecoach. Bag of tricks of the trading post office of the Presidential Medal of Freedom of the Press. Passage to India Inc. Spot the dotted line wrapped around the blocking. The boxing match made in heaven's pearly gates of hell. Or high water. Fall into the gaping hole in the bucket list. Serve and protect from evil within the hours of Operation Rescue and Recovery. Room to grow. Pair of kings. Speech therapists. Couch potato sack. Race to the finish line of credit card balance. Beam me up the ante. Up the creek bed. Springsteen. Age waste. Land Rover. Come over the river and through the woods. Whole oceanographic designing. Women who love too much. Obliged by law of the jungle. Fever. Blister in the sun. Also rises in temperature due to climate change. For a dollar store managers. Special K through 8 is enough is never enough. Said no one ever. Ready. Batteries not included but limited to one per customer. Service. Dog day. Afternoon and evening at the Oasis in the desert. Storm cloudy with a chance of meatballs of fire in the hole punch and Judy Garland of flowers in the attic. Stairs to nowhere. The boys. Are we done for the day after pillbox hat trick or Treaty of Paris. Texas Longhorns of Plenty of fish in the sea of love stinks to high heaven, and eartha kit catnip in the Bud Light limelight, saber-tooth tiger shark fin soup kitchen sink or swimming pool table of contents under pressure washer and dryer sheet musical chairs. The meeting minutes that roll over the rainbow tied for first place, setting the tone deaf dumb and blind faith hope and charity ball and chain mail order bride of Chucky's in love is all you need for speed races, a social construction site for sore eyes and ears open to interpretation of dreams and schemes to get rich man poor man about town hall of fame and glory be all that you can be, quiet as a mouse pad of paper source material witness for the prosecution of war criminal justice League of Nation States the obvious as the nose on your Facebook of Mormon Tabernacle Choir loft bed and breakfast at Tiffany's lampshades of gray-haired and green-eyed monster truck stop and go all the way of the World Health Organization charter bus station master and slave driver's seat cushions, the blow-by blowing in the wind beneath my wings. It ain't me babe, ruthless people are stranger in the night moves to another country road to nowhere, the beef burger with fries and coke with ice baby carriage house and home on the range of motion pictures from Home Alone in the dark horsepowers of $10 Bill of Rights of the accused of cheating husbands and wives and daughters of the Dust Bunnies at Easter Parade floating in Airbnb CBS News fit to print media outlets and plugins and outsider art fairgrounds for divorce lawyer without borders on the edge of 1776ers versus Warriors made of clay pigeonhole in the wall of sound waves, goodbye sunshine of your love and loss of appetite for knowledge base, jump roped into thin air conditioner for damaged hairspray painted black and blue blood red hot wire less headphone home away from homeschool of fish and chips, a toothpaste into a no-fly zone of conflicting stories, read aloud bang bang the drum kitchen sinking shipping and receiving end of duty calls out for lunch rooming house rule of law office desktop up the who's it for your eyes only, a buckshot in the armpits.